Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to share with you all my coming out story. If you guys haven't seen my previous video, it was of me doing my makeup, and I'll link that in the description below if you guys want to check that out. I also want to say thank you to everyone who watched my previous video and gave me a lot of support on that. And if this is your first time on my channel, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. But like I said, today's video is going to be me telling my coming out story. Let's get on into this video. So I think it's really important for me to make this video as a new YouTuber who is out and proud, just because there is a lot of struggle. I came from a very small town. Being gay was not something that was really accepted too much, and I feel like I kind of paved the way a little bit for people to express themselves a little bit more. So I am gonna start with like early childhood. So I guess I always kind of knew there was something different about me starting when I was very young. So maybe like when I was 5 or 6 years old, you know, right as I was starting kindergarten, I knew there was something different about me than most of the other boys. I maybe couldn't have put my finger on it, but I just knew I was different. I also typically only had friends that were girls. I thought they were more interesting. I liked what girls did, and yeah, I made better friends with girls. Fast forward to middle school, and obviously middle school is a confusing time for everyone, especially for people who are questioning their sexuality. But I feel like once I got into middle school, I kind of started to realize what those feelings were inside of me. So fast forward to freshman year in high school, I made really good friends with a guy and a girl. Their names were McKay and Tina. We would always hang out together on the weekends. Still love them both. One night we were at McKay's house, and I think we were having a sleepover that night, and the three of us were just having a good time hanging out. I think we were doing like the Ouija board or whatever. We got to talking, and I think it was very late at night. McKay, he worked up the courage to come out to Tina and I, and it was very, very brave of him. It like sparked something in me. Because of his courage, I was able to come out to McKay and Tina as well, and that was a really important night for me, because I feel like that was the first time I had ever told anyone about my feelings of me being gay. Yeah, so that was a really important night for me. Obviously both of them were super supportive, and it was really great to have them as friends. Those friendships will always be with me, and I love you, McKay and Tina. Yeah, I don't know what would have happened if I hadn't met them and had them as support systems, because they were like the first step in that whole process of me coming out. So yeah, love you guys. From there, it was kind of a lot of thinking in the coming years, and actually what I think is kind of cool is I used YouTube a lot for support. So I would watch coming out videos like every night. I would watch at least a few coming out videos, and it just became a habit of mine, and I feel like that also kind of worked up my courage a little bit to become more comfortable with myself. Yeah, YouTube was a great place for me to come to really become more comfortable and to have those thoughts of telling more people and working up the courage to be proud of myself. So yeah, YouTube was really great for me. I think that's another reason kind of why I decided to do this video, because those videos really helped me so much work through those hard times, and those videos provided so much support and gave me so much courage, and I don't know what I would have done without them. So yeah, between the combination of McKay and Tina and the coming out videos on YouTube, I really grew my confidence, and I really grew a lot of courage. As I rolled on into sophomore year, I started telling more friends. I told my closest friends. So there's a really funny story, actually. So a little background on the story. I started talking to a guy over social media, and I had told a few of my friends at school, and this is kind of weird, but they made up a joke that we kind of looked alike, so they would say that he was my cousin. Yeah, not really sure how that one happened, but one day during English class, we were sitting there waiting for class to start, and one of my friends, instead of saying they're cousins, she said they're gay, and she said it really loud. And it was a little embarrassing, not gonna lie, but I think everyone kind of knew at that point that I was gay, so honestly, it didn't bother me that much, but it was just like a funny story. So I first came out to my mom. We were driving to Sam's Club. It was the day before Thanksgiving when I was 16 years old, sophomore in high school, and I remember thinking like, okay, I just gotta tell her. So I was sitting there next to her in the car. She was driving. Probably wasn't the best time to come out to my mom, but she was driving, and I said to her that I had something to say, because she had been asking me about my close friend she thought I had a crush on. So I kept telling her like, no, like I don't really like her like that. And then I told her like I have something to say, and then it took me a good while. I kind of froze and tense up, but after a while I ended up telling her that I was gay, and she at first was kind of like, okay. After a couple minutes she said she was proud of me, and she said that I have nothing to be ashamed of, and that she loved me, and that was a really big point for me, just because I just came out to my mom, and it was very scary, but again, it's that whole support system, so that added on to that whole network of support. So I had my good friends who were very supportive, I had YouTube and coming out videos, and now I had my mom. Yeah, that courage just kept building, and I became more and more comfortable with myself. So my dad actually found out from my mom. I think she told him sometime, but yeah, I didn't really mind that she told him, just because, I don't know, it's a little bit harder to tell dads than moms, but yeah, he's been cool with it too, so hasn't been a big deal. So I got very lucky. I had a very supportive family. I had very supportive friends. I know a lot of people are not that lucky, and especially if you're from a small town. So I just want to say that you're not alone. If you ever need help or support, there are projects out there like the Trevor Project that you can always call and talk to someone and just get that support that you need. I'm always there to talk to, so if anyone wants to talk, you can reach out to me and I will always make time to talk. So fast forward to senior year, and something really big actually happened during senior year. Somebody else in my school, who is part of the LGBT community, she reached out to me, and she wanted to know if I was interested in creating an LGBTQ plus support group at my high school. And I was very, very ecstatic at first. I thought this was a great idea and a great thing to bring to our small town, bring more inclusivity and to support students who may be struggling. We created our group, and things went great. So we had to jump through a few hurdles with like the school board, with our superintendent, but once those hurdles were jumped, our group met every week, and we actually had really good turnouts. So I think at our first meeting we had like 40 people, and our school is only like 500 students or so, so that was really big. And we also got a lot of people who just wanted to be supportive. Maybe they weren't part of the LGBT community, but they just wanted to be there to show their support. And that was great. And I feel like the two of us, really made a difference in our school community. Alright, so I think that will conclude my coming out story. So I just want to reiterate that my experience was overwhelmingly positive, and I know that is not the case for a lot of people. Thank you guys for watching this video. It took a lot of courage for me to film this video, even though I've been out for so long. I think it's still kind of hard to relive those moments sometimes, but I also think it's really important that I made this video, and I hope it helps somebody out there, and if it does, then this video was 100% worth it. If you're really struggling, know that you're not alone, and know that there are lots of resources out there, no matter where you're from, and just know that it gets better. And I know everyone says that, but it truly is true. And so fast forward to today, and I am extremely lucky to have my boyfriend, Christopher. I have been dating him for over a year now. I had never really been in a serious relationship before him. I'm so glad to have him in my life, and he is one of my biggest support systems today and one of my best friends. So shout out to you, Christopher. I don't know what I would do without you. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.